What's going on YouTube? It's Ben, and in this video I wanted to cover 6 ways that you can make 6 figures in 2020. So just to start out, with how advanced our economy has become and technology itself, it's literally never been easier this day and age right now in 2020 to make a 6-figure income on your own. Now that's mostly to the credit of buyers and sellers and people that want to interact online using an internet connection. So pretty much you can take a laptop or a cell phone and create a business that you can essentially do from anywhere, making 6 figures in 1 year. And I think it's never been better than right now in 2020. I'd also like to preface this video by saying that none of these ideas are overnight. None of them are get rich quick or anything of that sort. So if you're not into implementation or putting in the time, effort, and energy that it takes to actually attain 6 figures, then the video might not be for you, because every single one of these ideas is going to require some form of learning curve and or some effort on your part to actually attain that level. After thinking this video over, I definitely thought it would be a huge disservice to not do this video for this audience, particularly because I know a lot of you guys are really driven, really motivated, and super entrepreneurial when it comes to ideas and concepts, and I'm definitely going to cover some things that I do, as well as a ton of other ideas that are totally implementable for you in 2020. So for number 1, it's only right that I mention the business that I'm in specifically, which is recruiting. So just to put it simply, in this economy right now, under our current conditions, it's literally never been easier, in America specifically, to start a recruiting agency, get clients, and get paid at a rate that's going to make you 6 figures in 2020 pretty easily. So what does it take to actually start a recruiting agency? Well, just knowing people pretty well, understanding intercommunication, and helping solve people's problems, particularly companies and clients that need to hire staff. Essentially, if you find about 1 or 2 clients a month that need around 1 or 2 or 3 people every single month, and you charge them a proper rate that runs you around anywhere from $8,000 to $10,000 a month, you'll be making a 6-figure income. All right, so moving on to number 2. Now this is Amazon FBA. So Amazon FBA is not something that I do. However, I have several friends that run Amazon FBA businesses, and they do well over 6 figures on an annual basis consistently. Through all the research and interviewing that I've done for this video, Amazon FBA is still very much alive and well right now for you to create a 6-figure income on Amazon in 2020 like today. Now my third recommendation on how to make 6 figures in 2020 would be consulting. All right, so a ton of people have a lot of different definitions of what consulting actually is, but I'll break it down to something very simple. Basically what consulting means is you find a niche, something that you're super knowledgeable in, you're well versed in, you know it inside and out, and you help either businesses or individuals achieve their goals by basically just helping them along the way. You're consulting and charging for your advice and your help. So you are very much intimately involved in the details of what someone else is doing, giving them your help and advice and helping them scale and do better at something that they're doing in business. Consulting is a really cool business because in essence you can charge whatever you want. So whatever you think that your advice and your consultative help is worth, you can charge that on an hourly rate, or you can give your client a retainer and essentially charge upfront for advice for a month or several months or however you want to do it. But consulting is really cool like that because you can make 6 figures pretty much by doing the math and figuring out how many clients you want to get. All right, so the 4th way to make 6 figures this year in 2020 is to become a coach. Now a coach is extremely similar to a consultant. So it's the same thing, except you're usually working with an individual or a super niche market, doing something with someone specific to reach a singular specific goal. Also very similar to consulting, coaches are very well versed in what they're coaching on. So you've got to know exactly what you're talking about if you're going to charge someone a premium price, whether it be hourly or retained or however it is, to actually coach them to reach their goals. Coaching can take on pretty much any form of niche. So think of weight loss, business coaching, or maybe even mindset coaching. Think Tony Robbins kind of stuff. Coaches can also charge whatever they want because their worth is determined by them and them alone. So essentially, if you're an expert at something and you know how to help other people and you also know how to obtain clients, which is probably the hardest part of coaching if you're already an expert, obtaining clients, charging them whatever you want, you can definitely create a 6-figure business out of that in 2020. The side note, just a key to the last two items, consulting and coaching, right? So basically you want to make your offer or whatever your consultative or coaching advice is worth it to your clients. If your client is a business that wants to obtain a certain level of profitability, if you can get them to that level of profitability and maybe then some, your fee to them is going to be basically negligible because your fee will be entirely valuable to them to get them to that point. So without you, they wouldn't have gotten there, and with you, they'll get there. So basically, make it so that you're valuable enough to be retained and paid by them, and you'll make six figures, no doubt. All right, so my fifth tip on how to make six figures in 2020 is to start an e-commerce store. Now, I already know there are tons of people out there that will tell you e-commerce is too old, it's too saturated, or it's just completely dead, and those are all incredibly false. Here's the truth about e-commerce, and this is from my research and interviewing, talking to people that run successful e-commerce stores, and it really comes down to two specific things. One, having a highly in-demand product that's super unique that people want. Two, knowing exactly how to market that product and put it in front of the prospective buyer. So like I said before, a lot of people will say that this market is oversaturated, but the reason that's just not true is because I could say the same exact thing about the business I'm in, which is recruitment, and there's tons of recruiters out there. I'm not worried about any of that because it's all about what you specifically bring to the table as far as value. So in e-commerce, it's what product you're bringing and how you're marketing that product to your audience. So in doing my research for this video, I interviewed a friend of mine who runs a highly successful e-commerce business, and he actually sells a product that's so incredibly common. Probably 95% of people utilize this product. It's actually an add-on to a product that we all have, and he made one simple twist to it, made something highly unique, worked with a factory in China, customized it, and he runs a multiple six-figure income e-commerce store that's been consistent now for years. That leads us to the last and final way to make six figures in 2020, and that would be to create an online course. So simply put, this is basically like packaging up all of your consultative and coaching information into a course that someone can follow on their own, self-study, self-learn, using something like teachable.com or ClickFunnels. I don't get paid to mention any of these names, but these are sites where you can actually create an online course, a digital course that you can then sell and market to people that want to learn exactly what you are teaching. Course creation is super easy, and basically people can create courses on anything. So whether it's cooking, whether it's how to trade Forex, or maybe it's even just how to start your own business. It could be whatever you're interested in, maybe coding apps or websites. Once again, your course can be incredibly valuable and incredibly impactful on the person that purchases it. However, you must know how to market that course and get it in front of the right eyeballs so that the right people see it and buy it. Otherwise, you're not going to be successful in creating a course and selling it for six figures over the course of 2020. But by creating the right course and marketing it to the right people and getting it in front of everyone that needs to see it, you can definitely make a six-figure income in 2020. So I intend on making more entrepreneurship, wealth, and finance type videos, and honestly, I'd really just like your opinion in the comments down below. Let me know if this kind of stuff is valuable to you, if you enjoyed this video or other videos that I can make about entrepreneurial ventures like this, lists about how you can make six figures, etc., things of that sort. I would really like your opinion on that. So hit the comments down below and let me know if you guys like this kind of stuff. Of course, no worries, I'm never going to stop talking about recruiting because I know that's my core audience, and most of you guys have come to my channel because you've learned a lot about recruiting, and I hope that that audience is still going to be learning a lot about recruiting as time goes on. I'm not going to stop doing videos about recruiting, so do not worry about that at all. With that said, if you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe for more of this content to come. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. Take care.